Hey, what up, Long Beach? Welcome back to the 562.org. It's Mike, and this high school cross country video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company. All of our cross country and track and field coverage this year sponsored by 562 board members Joe Carlson and Debbie Hughes. Yes, cross country season, no stopping anytime. You know it's officially the Moore League cross country season when we get that no stopping sign shot here at El Dorado Park, where the Milliken Rams boys squad hoping to go back-to-back this year, looking to take another big win here in the first Moore League meet of the season. It will be without Jason Parra, who's been their leader for the last 4 years, but this Rams team is deep and hungry to prove that they are still on top. See Milliken out front there as they get this race going. Nice weather at El Dorado Park today. Definitely not like some of the scorchers that we've seen in late September in years past. Expecting to see some good times. You see still a good contingent of Milliken runners up front. Again, by this point, we were used to seeing Jason Parra the last couple years way out in front. He is now at Notre Dame, not leading these races, but it's Maximiliano Ramirez for the Rams who is starting to stretch it out as we hit the 2-mile mark. And it would indeed be Ramirez who finishes first with a time of 15:00, 15 point. Nice way to start the season for Ramirez. See, he's fired up. His teammates are coming in after him. That's Jack Brown and Aiden Ransom. Then you're going to see Tommy Pinkerley from Wilson fighting his way in there in 4th place. Brandon Hinojosa Garcia for the Rams, followed by Gabriel Rojas from Lakewood. Luke Diebel will be the first finisher for Long Beach Poly, followed by Lucas Lindsay, another Milliken runner. Lucas Crockett is the Lucas parade there. That's Archie Byram coming in next for Poly, and then Brody Cleven for Milliken behind him. Really good times here. We got our top 11 finishers under 16 minutes. It's going to be Anthony Hernandez, Noah Chun, Nicholson Reyes, and Miguel Casas. Now we go to the girls race. Long Beach Poly girls, the defending champs, and Avery Peck obviously leading the way. But here come the Wilson Bruins. They've got a couple of transfers in. They've been working very hard. That Wilson squad looks like they might be the team to beat. But we're expecting this to be great racing between the Bruins and Jackrabbits all season, and today did not disappoint, to say the least, as you will see. Avery Peck out in front. One of the top transfers we mentioned for Wilson is Nadia Mejia, who's not running yet due to the sit-out period date. So Avery Peck definitely stretching this thing out and getting a nice lead early for the Jackrabbits. We do expect at our future meets here to see it Peck and Mejia, the top 2 runners in the city, which should be lead to some exciting action. What you're doing here is you're counting jerseys if you're trying to figure out if it's going to be Poly or Wilson, because they were neck and neck, and really at the 1-mile mark and the 2-mile mark, you were talking about one placement, down in 10 through 15, deciding who is going to come out on top in the team standings. And as you will see a little bit later, that is indeed how it played out. Really exciting stuff here in the girls' race. Avery Peck all alone as she hits the 2-mile mark. She would end up winning this race by 45 seconds with a time of 17:20. Again, we're not expecting that to happen in any other Moore League meets because we will see Mejia for Wilson. She's standing there holding a camera right now, but she will be running and pushing Peck as we get into the next 2 Moore League meets. Very excited to see how those go. Okay, that was Avery Peck for Poly, wins it in 17:20. This is Avery Ericart for Wilson, who takes second in 18:05. Then it's going to be Sienna Young from Poly, the freshman, in 18:27. Then it's going to be Riley Jones from Wilson in 18:42. Are you noticing a pattern? It's Poly, then it's Wilson, then it's Poly, then it's Wilson. Here comes Alexa Hernandez Luan, and then Emma Booth from Milliken. So our first non-Bruin or Jackrabbit finisher here is Booth. But then this is the headline here. Aileen Washington from Wilson, Audrey Buckley from Wilson, and Emmy Chun from Poly, all finishing in a knot there. And that was going to be what ends up being the story of the day. We do have other finishers here, Juanita Shotwell and Shariah Lewis-Williams from Wilson. But it literally comes down to those three that finished right there, the order that they finish in would decide who won the team race. We saw Peck won the individual race, but they're literally going as fine as possible to determine who goes 1, 2, 3 in that grouping of Washington, Buckley, and Chun. And you can see, I mean, even on a photo finish, you are talking about a fraction of an inch, really a fraction of an inch. So we don't have straight down the line, but we do have a good angle, and we're going to slow it down as much as possible. Washington clearly the first of that group, and then Buckley and Chun, I mean, you are literally talking about basically identical times here. I think they were 0.003 apart or something like that, but they do say Buckley has got her by the smallest margin we've ever seen in a Moore League meet. Wilson takes the team girls title at Eldo, and boy, if that doesn't get you excited for the rest of the Moore League cross country season, I don't know what is. We will be at Signal Hill, we will be at Hartwell, and we will see you there right here at the 562.